Good morning. There's August Kitty. I do believe the last time I was on here was in July, a couple weeks ago, a few good weeks ago. I know I'm not doing this with any regularity or schedule, or I don't assume anybody's watching, so this is really just documentation for myself. And sometimes I think, oh, I really should give this a shot. You know, you see people that actually build a channel, but then I'm like, my life is kind of boring, and really it's just me on my little journey of trying to sell my house. And well, I haven't even put a for sale sign up yet, but just this big transition that I've had in my life after years of being in the same job, and then all of a sudden job's gone. Just life. Notice anything at all? The ice hut is gone. Had we'd brainstormed about what to do, and my youngest, it's 5 to 9 Saturday morning, looking at the same old mess I always have. This, again, I've repeated this many times, this is kind of my desk, but I really need to do better. That's kind of my desk. Same old dishes kind of thing. But anyways, my youngest had thought maybe my oldest could help because he had a truck and he didn't think his truck would be big enough. But he did suggest, why not hire somebody to do it? Like get a tow truck company with a flatbed. Eureka, great idea. So this is the mess I'm going to tackle. This is what this video is going to be about. That's just stuff I've pulled out of the closet because I want my closets to look, or like organized. If people come in my house, they're going to want to see that everything, that they're not going to want to see closets jammed full of stuff. And that was all jammed down in there. So it's like, okay, I got to sort that out. I mean, closets are for storing things, but you don't want to see things so piled up it looks like you don't have enough room. But anyways, closet actually looks pretty good. I've kept it pretty good since I cleaned it. I don't want to show myself in the mirror because I'm in my pajamas. But anyways, so my son got onto it and called around and ended up $275 to get that thing out of here. So that's not too bad at all. And now he's got it over where he's at and gone. Don't have to worry about it anymore. It took long enough, but you know what? It's done. There was some hiccups along the way. My son was not available for a certain period of time, just couldn't do it. And then, he was kind of unsettled, and now he's settled, and so he's got a place to put it. So very good, very good. Anyways, paint sitting there because I painted some, like these are really, really, really old windows. Look at this. That's 2 pairs of socks on the floor. This is how slovenly I've gotten. Is that take my socks off, just throw them on the floor. I'm going to pick them up. I don't pick them up. I'm turning into a teenager. I painted in here just because, I mean, that's pretty crappy as it is. But it was even more. And I thought, I'm just going to slap some paint on it, make it look not so offensive. But these windows are shot. Like whoever buys this house, it's going to have to replace those windows. So that is going to be reflected in the price of the house. So, I'm going to clean that mess up. I want to weed my walkway. I also want to do my garage. My youngest as well came and got a whole bunch of stuff out of the garage. Like, because there was tool chest. We got light out here. Tool chest, a bunch of his stuff. Like it's getting emptier all the time. Oh, it's a cricket. I heard something. I thought it was it's gonna sound weird. I thought it was the cat's bell, but it was a cricket. So, anyways, things are thinning out. Thinning out. The backyard's thinning out. My oldest is going to come. There's a bunch of tires back there. He's going to get those. And I got to put the pedal to the metal because I have been looking at houses and I actually went and looked at this one yesterday. Probably should cover up the address. I looked at that one, and cute as a button, but the description says potential for in-law suite, separate entrance, and it wasn't a separate entrance. The entrance to the basement was in the kitchen, like in the kitchen. So that's not separate. And the basement didn't have enough light. It was finished per se, like it was just like paneling and kind of like an overflow space where you could, send the kids kind of thing. Didn't have a bathroom, didn't have a kitchen, but that's not that big a deal if you can get a good price on the house. But the floor had a big wow in it. Like, I mean, it was like going uphill and then back downhill. And I thought, and felt like I'd have to put a lot of money into it to get the apartment. And then it's like, what's the point? I mean, I can put a little bit into it if I come out ahead on this place, but I'm going to charge rent. And how long is it going to take for that rent to pay off what I put in? And what's the point if I'm just paying, I'm not making any money. So I have to be smart about this. So anyways, kind of hoping to find a place that's, I'm going to show you what. This is the layout I want. Okay, let's do this. Okay, can we see this? This will be the upstairs. I actually seen a house like this, but it was way out of my price range. I was driving by one day and I seen a house, an open house, so I just stopped in. And it was pretty much like this, a little bit different, but I thought, oh, this is perfect. It was a bungalow, 3-bedroom bungalow with a front entrance and a side entrance. And you went in, let's see, I'll just point out with this. Oh, can I do this? You went in, yeah, and there's like the entry hall, and then the living room. They had taken out the ceilings and vaulted them, because this was just like a 1960s bungalow kind of thing, but they had taken out the ceilings and vaulted them, so it looked really nice. Now, would I be able to do that? Who knows? But anyways, so they had a little dining area. They had the living room here and dining area here. I flipped that. I don't know why. Maybe I'd do it the same way. But kitchen here, and then hallway, bathroom. They had like what was like a little den here, and they had like patio doors to a deck. I'd probably flip that, or maybe not, I don't know. But then another little room there. So just the 3 bedrooms, tiny rooms. They're not big, but they were adequate. And a bedroom, and I'd put in a little laundry room upstairs kind of thing, like off the kitchen or bathroom. So anyways, just a basic bungalow. And then downstairs, it was like this. So you have your basement stairs going down here. It was like a side entrance right there. And I'd make like a storage area over here for myself. And then have this closed off. So, and the door right there that would go into the apartment. So I would not have to enter my sister's apartment, and she'd be completely separate from me. Kitchen here, bathroom here. That would probably, hopefully, be where the furnace is, kind of thing, because you'd have to work around the furnace. And living room here, little bedroom there, or den, bedroom there. And just a hallway down the middle. And that would be perfect. So it's like everything I've looked at, they're old. The ones I've looked at, I haven't seen one like that. I haven't, other than that one, which was, it ended up going for $609, and I can see why, because it had top-notch finishes. Like, I guess it was a gentleman that lived there, and he lived upstairs and rented the downstairs to students. So, and obviously had vetted them very well, because the apartment was beautiful. And he, like I said, top-notch finishes, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to do top-notch finishes, but I can certainly, like, it'd be nice. Like, it would be easy to put in If you had a bathroom, that'd be great. And then a kitchen is not that hard. It's just a counter and a sink. It really is. And then, I can go the kitchen at route. And my sister and I have talked about that. She doesn't particularly need a stove. With all the gadgets you have now, with, convection oven, microwave, like you can have an appliance tower. That's what a lot of people are doing. And it's like, because they don't even need the big stove, a hot plate, you're good to go. So, and it's just her. She doesn't do big meals for family. Her family's from one coast to the other. Like she's got one son on one coast, one son on the other coast. I mean, they do come home occasionally, but when they do, they're going out to eat and, making breakfast, maybe that kind of thing. But anyways, I'm yammering on. It's been 10 minutes. I am going to tidy. Why didn't I pick that up last night? Look at the crackers I was eating. Oh my gosh. That's another thing. I keep putting on weight. Like I'm just being so careless about that. I don't know why. It's like I don't care, but I do care. So I'm gonna tackle that mess. So we're gonna set this timer. Ugh, I don't even want to do it, and I don't know why. Because I need to have this place ready to stick a for sale sign. Because if I find the place I want, I got to put my house up for sale the next day, basically. Because it's going to be conditional on the sale of my house. Well, I got to move fast then. And I can't be having a messy house. It's got to be where real estate agent can come in with pictures and get that thing done up. I don't know how long that takes. Probably not long. Like they know what they're doing. They know I can't put my house up for sale until I get an offer or till I make an offer, because I can't be selling my house and have no place to go. So yeah, that's nerve-wracking. But I am trusting God. I'm putting it all in his hands, and I say that and taking it back and putting it in his hands, taking it back and putting it in his hands, and trying to put it in his hands and leave it there and let him direct this. And I'm just like, if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. And I don't want to take a place that I don't feel is just the right place. So anyways, 9:10 timer. You know what? I'm going to give myself an hour, because it doesn't look like much, but I got to dump those bags out and go through them and throw out what I don't need. And I got to be ruthless, because I just want to end up with 2 bags. Okay. So timer, 60 minutes. I'll come back. Hello. 10:14. The clock was going for a minute anyways, so anyways, hour. I actually had 14 minutes left from the little job I was doing, so I come out and did the dishes. So that's good. They're all done. I mean, there you go, 14 minutes. That's why I don't worry too much about my dishes. But I got to start, still 14 minutes. It's like I got to start just keeping this place as pristine as I can. Obviously, that means taking care of the table. All that stuff's semi-important. Like it's things I'm dealing with right now, but I could literally put everything in a box and hide it. But yeah, so I came across this. This has been around since forever, and it's what I keep my little sponge, cleaning sponges that in. I cleaned it out, and I thought, because I'm thinking about moving, and I'm such a sentimental girl. And it's like, I know I'm going to have to get rid of a lot of stuff, like furniture and everything. Like I'm downsizing. So, I mean, yesterday, the place I looked at, as nice as it was, there's no room for a dining room set. It was an eating kitchen. And I am thinking of when I do the apartment, if I have to put in a kitchen, that I will use my dining room set as cupboards. So, I mean, that's an idea. I've seen where they actually separate the hutch from whatever you call it, like the top part and the bottom part, and they attach the top part up towards the ceiling and, affix it properly. And that's for plates and that, and then the bottom part's counter. I mean, that's okay if it's my sister. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. Okay. But, I mean, that thing's not easy to open. so, but it's something to think about because, or, I mean, how attached to this dining room set am I? I've had it for 24 years. My husband and I bought it secondhand together, shopped for it, and we had no dining room set. We had like a, I just one of those sets, kitchen sets, broken, chairs were wonky, everything else. We'd only ever had eat-in kitchen ish. I mean, we had one kind of dining room, but anyways, doesn't matter. So we shopped, and 24 years ago, this was, we paid a few $100s for it at the time, but in comparison to what new dining room sets were, it was what I thought was a good deal, what we thought was a good deal, and I just liked it. I mean, it was because it's mid-century, so it wasn't too old looking, and, it had a modern kind of geometric look kind of thing and whatnot. And I'll tell you, storage galore and perfect in this big kitchen. But I'm going to be downsizing, so, something to think about. Anyways, I started out yammering about this guy. I bought that probably at a dollar store, probably shortly after we moved in, or not much longer after that. And that thing has sat down here all these years to keep my stuff in. And it's like, that'll go to the next place. And then, it's so sad. But when, if they take me out feet first and my kids are cleaning out the place, they'll be like, oh, remember this? There's going to be a lot of that. And I'm feeling that with everything. Oh, here, let me pick up my dirty socks. How about I do that? So, I cleaned up that a little bit. But, I mean, that's 10 minutes. So I got my laundry all ready to go here. And I got this, the mess is all gone, as you can see. I got my, any suitcases or whatever, bags, travel bags or whatever put away. And then I managed to reduce the little girl's toys down to 2 bags. Let's turn the light on. 1 and 2. Oops, that's got a... I actually picked this one up at the dollar store the other day for $2.25, and it's got a zipper. I like that. I bought this one some time ago, and it's, I had that and I had this, but this is ripped, and you think I would just throw that out, but I've taped it. Like, why don't I throw that bag out? What's wrong with me? I can't. It's like, okay, well, now that it's taped, why don't I throw it out? Like, maybe I will when I move. But this was disheartening. It still sits up. Oh, but it won't sit up on its own there because of the missing leg. There's a missing leg. It's broken. But it sits up there. And part of me wants to get a little piece of wood or something and fix that leg because it's the quince. And I have the quince in here. And every little kid, every little girl that comes, the quince are the big thing. They find the quince and they're so happy. And you want to know what? Their mums are so happy because their mums are the age that they played with those quince. So, and there's the quince. Oops, got it by the hair. And I probably got the little clothes in there. Look at that. They love that. I can't throw that out. So I'm going to have to figure out a leg there. I know, just get a little popsicle stick and kind of attach it somehow. Like I've got little popsicle sticks just to give it the stability it needs on that side. It'll sit up here on a nice flat surface. but it won't sit up. And usually when kids are here playing, they're playing on the carpet. So yeah, it will not sit on carpet. So I got to do something about that. This is serious business, people. We can't be throwing that apparatus out. So I'll figure out something for that. That'll be a job for later on today. But, so I'm going to put this away. Everything. It's just like probably making everybody sicker. Nobody's watching these videos. Who am I kidding? So we'll sort that all out later. But, so, good. I was thinking, like every time I do stuff, this is such an emotional journey. I am up and down like a yo-yo. Part of me does not want to leave my home. I love this house with its quirks, but one, it's too much for me to take care of. Yard, like that yard goes way back to that tree line, and I mean, you just let it overgrow, that's fine. But even that, this yard, and then, you know, and then out front, and I got a big ditch I have to take care of. It's like it's hard to keep that ditch all tamed out there with my weed whacker, and I'm just getting older. And it's like I'm not afraid of hard work. I want some physical labor for sure, but I don't want to hurt myself, and I do not want to I do not want to go out in the hot heat. That's debilitating. And it's like, I don't mind having a little yard I can putter in. That was one nice thing about this place we seen yesterday, is it had a little enclosed backyard with a fully established perennial garden all around the perimeter. And it was perfect. It's exactly what I'm looking for. And my real estate agent knows it. She knows I want a little yard. I want a little yard to putter in, have a little something to do, work to do, be able to put some chairs out there, enjoy a cup of tea kind of thing. But I don't want to be getting on a riding lawnmower and going up and down hills. I got a hill there and I keep getting stuck. You can see my tracks on the riding lawnmower because it's on its last legs, and I don't want to have to buy another one. I want to get a battery-operated lawnmower, have my battery-operated weed whacker, and just continue on that way. So, and when I was talking to her, because every time you go see a house, you think, oh, maybe this is it, maybe this is it. And, you know, I'll have to put my house up for sale. I got to get serious about this, and my life is about to change, and can I really do this? Can I really pull it off? And hey, I still got to get financing. Now, I've been approved by the bank for a certain amount, but who knows, finer details, it's not a sure thing. Like the pre-approval is still not, you know, signed on the dotted line kind of thing. So who knows what'll come up. But anyways, we looked at the house and liked it, but there was some things I didn't like, blah, 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 blah. And she keeps saying, we'll find it. We'll find it. Don't you worry about it. We'll find it. There's a house out there for you, and I don't want to crap fit, and she doesn't want me to crap fit. And she said, do you know what the average is for how many houses people look at before they buy? And I'm like, I have no idea. Because I jokingly said something about, yeah, we'll keep looking if we have to look at 100 of them. And then I said, oh, just kidding about that. And that's when she brought it up. And I said, what's the average? And she said 40 houses. So I'm like, oh, I'm only at 6. So, I mean, I've looked at a lot online and whatnot and driven by a few and thought, nope, not even going to go in. And, well, driven by a lot. But I've only gone into 6, you know, taking the time to make the appointment or go the open house or whatever. So anyways, oh, is it ever nice out? I gotta go. First I'm gonna have my breakfast. That's another thing. I gotta figure out a way to get this weight off me. I have my belly's getting big, like the front of me. I'm starting to look like a real, you know, like I'm wearing a barrel. And my girlfriend says that's the sugar. So it's like, yeah, I'm just not even being careful. So I gotta stop eating so much sugar, and there's lots of hidden sugar and things. So like ketchup is one, like I put ketchup on my eggs and blah, blah, blah. I gotta stop doing that. Okay, I am yammering on. Let's take another look at my floor plan. How cool is that? That would be so nice for the basement apartment. Just all set up. All the storage at the front. Laundry downstairs, laundry upstairs. Two separate, entries. Like this would have, like the basement, the stairs upstairs. When I looked at it, it's like, it was, you come in and there's a landing and then stairs downstairs and then stairs upstairs. And it's like, perfect. That's exactly what I want. So I'm praying, and Lord willing, the perfect place will come along. So on that happy note, take care. God bless.